Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, find a way to win, find a way to lose. Look, man, Jermell and Jermall. Let me fix this real quick because I'm human and I don't mind making corrections while I'm in Jermall, Charlo suffering. Let me fix this. I don't mind making corrections while I'm doing the video to let y'all know that I'm human. Some people may say, well, you're not professional, hood champion. You should have had the title and everything and the thing done correctly before you went live. And to that I say, hold your horses, quit taking it to the goddamn stupid. Show you how the magic works here, people, because we need to talk about this. I don't even have jokes for this one. Here we go. Boom. You see how that works? Jermell and Jermall, Charlo, suffering from CTE. Hey, look, are they suffering from CTE? We got to really understand this. I don't have no jokes about this. I don't think it's funny. I know some people like Jermell and Jermall. Some people don't. Some like Jermall. Some don't like Jermell. Some like Jermell. Some don't like Jermall. But nonetheless, I think we as boxing fans and just overall fans of the sport of boxing, I think we need to really take a look and see what's going on with these guys. Why are they always lashing out? Why do they keep getting in trouble? How come they just can't seem to keep it together? Multi-millionaires, have the world at their hands and feet, but always somehow seem to find themselves ending up getting arrested, especially lately, with some crazy shit. And the thing that concerns me is when I look at what's going on with them, it kind of reminds me of that guy, Aaron Hernandez. If you don't know who he is, he's a former New England Patriot, and he ended up becoming a convicted murderer who died from suicide in jail. Now, what he suffered from was chronic traumatic encephalopathy. That's CTE. And the thing about that guy, Aaron Hernandez, is the CTE that he had was to a degree that was never ever seen before by researchers. And they said in such a young person. Now, what I will tell you is, when you start talking about people killing themselves and stuff like that and killing people, you just don't know what direction things can go. But when you look at these two guys, I just think they're one argument, one confrontation away from them doing something that they're not going to be able to regret. Now, the thing about CTE, it has 4 stages, okay? And it's a progressive illness found in athletes and others who've suffered repeated concussions and other brain trauma. Now, when you think about how long these twins have been boxing and fighting, I would say that it's fair to say that may have had some concussions, or they may have had a bit of brain trauma. I mean, these guys are boxers, all boxers. They're getting hit in the face, hit in the head, and that's not good for the brain. Now, the problem is it's associated with dementia, mood changes, and these guys are very moody, and aggression, and they're very aggressive. Now, when you start getting into the technical terms about it, man, it goes on to say here about, especially in the frontal lobes, which are very important for the decision-making, judgment, and cognition. And let me tell you something. When you talk about these two guys and their decision-making capabilities and judgment, it probably isn't the best and hasn't been the best, and we've seen that, in a lot of videos where these guys are out here just being combative, confrontational, lashing out, and looking like they want to go Al Capone all the way and take somebody's life. But I'm also going to tell you right now, I'm very concerned, man, about what these Charlo boys are doing. When I saw the thing pop up last night about one of them being arrested, I was like, okay, this is old. And then I went and looked and saw the damn arrest date. I'm like, hold on a second, this just happened. And I'm like, shit, I thought it was Jermall, but I was like, damn, it's Jermell this time. I'm like, they just can't seem to get it right. They just can't seem to get it right, man. But I don't know what's going on, man. This is something that, is obviously is a big deal. There's a lot of studies on it. It got a lot of attention just from what was going on with football players. But I just think we may be seeing, and I'm hoping it's not true, we may be seeing that these guys, Jermell and Jermall, the twins, could be, suffering from early signs of CTE as well. Remember, it's something that every time you get hit, every time, you bump heads, or every time you end up falling down, man, it's like a collision, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to have these rapid forces affecting the brain. And that's one of the things that is hard to keep boxing safe, because these guys are basically, it's like every time you get hit, depending on the power of the opponent hitting you, especially with shots you don't see. It's like a goddamn collision. It's like in football, you know, you guys having helmets and they're crashing into each other. In boxing, you hear, I always joke about the mash up, crash up, but that's kind of what it is in boxing. You know, these guys are repeatedly getting hit over and over and over and over in the head. And those rapid forces affects the brain. And I think it could be something that we're seeing with Jermall and Jermell. Now, I know there's some people on here, this isn't the kind of video people want to look at. They'll come out here and make jokes and say ill shit. But for those who really enjoy having these kind of conversations, I'd ask you to comment and leave your thoughts on it. You know, it could just be that these guys are immature, act their shoe size, temperamental, and just need someone to take out a belt and whip their asses. Or it could be, you know, something that's of greater concern, and it could be the early signs of CTE because, you know, Jermall, I don't think I've seen him in the ring, he just get beat from pillar to post. Jermell, I don't think I've seen him in the ring get beat from pillar to post, but they've been in good fights, competitive fights, and they've been doing this for a long time. And they're both acting the same way. So that being said, more to come on those guys. But if they're suffering from CTE, I hope they can get the MRIs, the brain scans done now, and try to get out ahead of it because, man, I just hate to see these guys end up in a situation to where they go out here and kill somebody and do something crazy, and now they end up in jail or end up now they find that they hurt themselves or something, and they have a study done and find out there's a condition of the brain that is indicative of CTE, and this thing could have been done to help these guys. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't know. I really don't know. But I know one thing is when it comes to the skull and the integrity of the brain tissue, I just think it gets compromised when guys are getting punched in the face and the mash up, crash up in the ring in competitive fights. But we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's happening. But that's just my thoughts on these two always ending up getting themselves into shit. Keep cool. I'm in the breeze.